Y'all, I'm back with another Baker Creek seed haul. So this hopefully will be my last seed haul for this year. With the exception of seeds for doing little sprouts, like for growing sprouts and microgreens. But as for gardening, this is going to be my last seed haul, hopefully, because I don't need any more seeds at this point. But anyway, let me just dig in here and show y'all what I got this time around. So I talked about a lot of these already in my previous Baker Creek seed haul, or I guess it also had my Jung Seed haul in there too. But yeah, I made a second order to Baker Creek, and again I received another of this Komatsuna mix as my free mix, which is basically, like, they describe it being like a spinach or mustardy spinach flavored green. So that should be good for my salad gardening. And so I did get the Job's Tears. This is that plant that it's supposed to be like a grain, and you can use the seeds for beads and whatnot. Trying to read the back here. So it says, perennial ancient grain bearing plant used for food, necklaces, rosary beads, and traditionally in folk medicine for arthritis and to remove heat. So that's interesting, the health benefits of it. All right, and so this is the one that my dad had originally ordered from Jung, but they never did ship it. They said that like after receiving the first order, you know, they're sending the honeysuckle separately, and it said that like this and the honeysuckle were supposed to be sent, you know, in another shipment. Received the honeysuckle, and it said not included in the shipment was the Margaret lifter tomato. And yeah, so I gave up and just ordered it from Baker Creek. So here it is. And then this was something else I talked about in the other video, was this spoon tomato. So yep, definitely got it. I was excited to get this. Initially, when I was going to order, I couldn't find it on the website. But the funny thing was, when I went to Google and typed it into the Google search to see like if other companies carried it, boom, Baker Creek popped up, and there it was. So I was like, all right, so glad to have gotten it. And so again, these are just those little micro tomatoes, and you can see that they're in a spoon. They're small enough to fit several in a spoon. And then this one, oh, I don't know why I had to look it up, but it's a white currant. It's like a little grape or tomato tomato. And it says it's super sweet, tiny fruit, barely an inch across, and creamy white, pale yellow. Sorry. Had a moment there where I was like, wait, what does that say? Superb sweet flavor. Yeah, so just a little blurb about this. Usually I don't go for anything frou-frou that is a lighter colored skin, because I've heard in the last decade or so that the darker the flesh or darker the fruit, the more antioxidants and more healthy it is. And so usually anything that's kind of like a novelty, I try to avoid if it's lighter colored. But because this was described as like a sweet, tiny tomato, I'm just like, man, I gotta have it. So yeah. Okay, and here's something else. These next few things I talked about too, I think. This is the pequeno yellow pepper. And this one, of course, it's one of those little teeny tiny peppers. You can see they got them in their hand. It says 80 days. A tiny yellow Brazilian pepper, tangy and sweet with a hint of heat. One plant will produce an average of 100 little peppers and will grow up to 24 inches. They can be eaten fresh, but are really preferred pickled in vinegar. So, because it's a little sweet pepper that has, you know, a bit of heat, sounds perfect for a salad. Just tossing a few in the salad, as is this, which this is the, I think it's the ají charapita or charapita. pepper, and it is also a South American pepper. It is a super tiny pepper from Peru, often grown as a houseplant, where the small peppers are harvested as needed in the kitchen. The pepper has a distinct fruity citrus aroma and is equal in heat to a cayenne pepper. So this also sounds perfect. And one of these, I forgot which one, was described as like the most expensive pepper in the world. I don't know what that means exactly, like how they mean it, if it means individually, like if you were to buy them at a store or something. I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, they seem pretty awesome for salads. And I love a good spicy pepper, but like as much as I love hot peppers, I don't like peppers that are ridiculously hot to the point to where like you can't taste anything else because your mouth is on fire. Like to me, that's not fun. I can consume them, but it's not fun when you can't enjoy the taste of the pepper. So these seem like they'd be perfect for salads. Okay, so another thing I talked about, and the other one was Minnesota Midget Melon, and this is small early heirloom that was introduced in Minnesota in 1948. 3 to 4 foot vines produce sweet orange melons just 4 inches across. Jung Seed remembers eating these as a child in the mountains of Montana. The only melon that would grow in the mountain climate. So these seem like they'd be perfect individual treats during the summertime, especially because I love cantaloupe and I love watermelon, love all kinds of melon, but what I hate is like when you cut into them and then you have to like dump out the seeds and there's like a huge mess, and then like when you want to, you have all the extra melon left over, so you got to wrap it up and put it away, and it's just it's a big mess. So I feel like these would be easier to deal with. Just cut into it, scoop out the seeds, and eat it all in one go. And I can't remember if I talked about these or not, but this is going back to the whole antioxidant thing. So we all know carrots are high in beta carotene / vitamin A. So I imagine that these must be super high in antioxidants because they are very dark flesh. But anyway, or dark meaty fruit, whatever you want to call it. So this is the black Nebula carrot. So this is the darkest carrot available, high in anthocyanins, I can't read. Okay, anthocyanins. Delicious raw, cooked, or juice. So, final thing I got. Looks like it'd be super healthy and probably really tasty. So that is it for my seed haul. And let me show y'all what we got growing over here. Okay, so my battery's about to die, but really fast. This is what I have set up from my dad's seeds. I've got to set up my own tray here soon. But this is what we have growing down here. So we got all kinds of stuff. This is his giant pumpkin, like one of the giant pumpkin seeds that he got from, was it Jung previously? So, yeah. This is, planted these about a week ago, I think. And like I said, my battery's about to die, but here we go. A lot of these are tomatoes and marigolds. And then we got some, I forgot what this is. This is sweet basil. Got a lot of basil coming up. So, that's what we got going on right now. Okay, I want to do an update because I'm getting ready to edit the footage of the Baker Creek seed haul, which is this video right here that you're watching, obviously. But this is a couple days after filming that haul, by the way. But today in the mail I received this package from Jung Seed, which happens to be that mortgage lifter tomato seed that my dad had ordered from that Jung Seed haul. And honestly, I'd given up on receiving it. I just cut it as a loss. Not a big deal. It's just a couple of dollars. And so, of course, as you just saw a moment ago, that I ordered it through Baker Creek as well. But now we have extra mortgage lifter tomatoes. But I just wanted to add this in here just so, to clear up that Jung Seed did come through. like the first 2 times they sent an email after the item was sent saying that the items had been sent, but there was no communication about this one. However, the postage label says that they spent $1.16 on postage, so I appreciate that they did send it. You know, I'm glad that they upheld their end of the purchase agreement, as any business should. But again, I just decided to cut it as a loss, and here we are. Anyway, that's my long ramble about that. But you know, I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm doing Jung Seed justice. I don't want to discourage anybody from ordering from there, or thinking anything negatively about their company. I wasn't feeling any negative feelings towards them to begin with, but it was something I wanted to point out in the previous videos. So, yeah. So they did come through, and they did send the final item from the order, even though it was like over a month late. But hey, it did come through, and here it is. So, yeah. So, I hope everybody's doing well, and take care. Okay, one very final quick thing I just want to point out. So when I flipped over the seed package, that tells me why this was so late arriving, because I take it that they must have been sold out, even though the website didn't say that they were sold out, but they must have been sold out because this is packed for 2023. So, yeah, instead of the typical 2022. So, there we go. That probably explains why this was late arriving, because it is a very fresh packet of seeds. Okay, I'm done. Bye.